love that there's a sunspot just right there the whole time. Hope you're enjoying that. That's what I get for filming later in the afternoon. Hello everybody, happy Frog Friday. My name is Carly and today I will be doing the Quarter Year Crisis book tag. This tag was created by Roisen's Reading. Hopefully you're seeing this video because that means that I scheduled it correctly, because when this video goes out I will be at a research station learning about different techniques to handle wildlife. It's the last class that I need to take to get my undergraduate degree, so I am so close. When this video goes out I will be in my literal last day of undergrad, so that is very exciting. But I don't know if I'm gonna have much service or Wi-Fi at this research station, so this might be going out on a Saturday or a Sunday instead, but let's hope not. Hopefully it uploaded on Friday like it was supposed to. Okay, let's get started with the first question, which is, how many books have you read so far? And I feel like I'm crushing it so far because I'm already at 49 books and 16,664 pages, which that's a crazy amount of books for me, but I have been reading a lot of novellas, so a lot shorter books that are definitely getting that book count up. But I don't really have a book goal for this year. I was more focused on the page count. It's still cool to see that number that high. The next question was, have you already found a book that you think might be a 2023 favorite? And I would say definitely yes. I have already had 16 5-star reads so far this year, which is crazy. Really happy about that number. From earlier in the year, for sure Under the Dome is going to be one of my favorites for life, not even just for 2023, so that's definitely up there. And then this past month, some of my 5 stars, which could be contenders for possible best books of the year, include The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, which I finally read. I knew I was gonna like it, I just have been putting it off for forever. And then Pines by Blake Crouch. That was like a perfect book. I'm super excited to read the other two in the Wayward Pines trilogy. Question number 3 is any 1-star books or least favorite books of the year. So I'm trying to DNF books this year, but I did have 1 1-star read and 1 2-star read so far this year. The 1-star was Nothing But Blackened Teeth by Cassandra Khaw, which you've already heard me talk about that book. It is awful. I knew going into it was going to be awful. It was solely a hate read. We don't need to talk about that one anymore. And then my only 2-star so far of the year was The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones. You also know my thoughts on that. I just felt too stupid reading that. I was like confused the whole time. But other than that, it's been a pretty good reading year so far. I have had a good amount of like 3-star middle of the line meh books, but like I said earlier, I've already had 16 5-stars, so that's amazing. Next question is my most read genre so far. Shocker here, it's horror. And then that's followed up by thrillers, which, you know, that was fully expected, so no surprise there. Speaking of surprises though, the next question is a book that surprised you. And for this one, I'm gonna say Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I, for some reason, have been putting this off. Well, I've been putting it off because it's a series, but that's a whole nother problem. But I finally picked it up this year. For some reason, I thought I was really gonna hate Mr. Mercedes. I don't know why, I just like got the vibe of it. I think I thought it was something else entirely, but ended up loving it, giving it 5 stars, had to read the rest of the trilogy immediately. There's definitely some problematic things in that book that I just wish he would not have put in there, and I hate reading it, but overall, I really enjoyed it. This one did not feel like a King book at all to me. It was like very fast-paced. Even though you know going into it what happened and like who the killer is, so there's no mystery to it, it still like feels tense all the way through and fast-paced, so I really enjoyed that about it. The next question is a book that's already come out in 2023 that you haven't read yet but want to. I picked 2 for this question, and that would be The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz and The Nightmare Man by J.H. Marquardt. Is that how you say his last name? I don't know. Writing Retreat came out in February, and Nightmare Man actually came out on my birthday. I don't really know that much about either of them. I know Nightmare Man is more horror and Writing Retreat is thriller, and I've definitely heard a lot of mixed reviews about Writing Retreat. Some people love it, some people hate it, but that's kind of like how thrillers go, depending on how you feel about the twist usually. So I'm curious to see where I lie on that spectrum. And then I really know nothing about Nightmare Man. I haven't heard much about it, so I just keep seeing the cover everywhere, and I'm pretty interested in it just from that alone. Next question is one goal you made that you're succeeding at. I would say definitely page count. I'm already high up there. And then my Stephen King goal. I wanted to read at least 1 book per month by King to get at least 12 this year, and I've already read 11 King books this year, so I'm well on my way to getting to that goal. I'm only one book away. I'm sure I'm gonna read way more than that throughout this year. And then the next question, one goal you need to focus on. I would say for this one to DNF more books. So far I've only DNF'd one book, and that was Hummingbird Salamander by Jeff Vandermeer. But I have so many 3 stars from this year that I feel like I knew almost from the very beginning that it was gonna be a 3-star, which 3 stars not like a bad rating, but I want to up those 4 and 5 stars and limit the amount of 3 stars as much as possible. So like if I already know that it's going to be a 3-star, why am I still reading it? If I know it's not going to be like a new favorite or like a really good book. So I definitely want to try to get myself DNF more books that I don't hate, but I know I'm not going to love. And the last question is new to you booktubers for 2023 that you recommend. Since I've joined Booktube this year, I've met so many new people. But I will say the first channel that popped into my mind when I was thinking of this question was Sam, whose channel is Super Blomper. She has a super cool channel. She does like the classic, wrap-ups and TBR and book review videos and stuff like that most people do. But these are some of her other recent videos that have been super interesting and I think somewhat unique. So these are the titles of 3 of her recent videos that I found pretty fun to watch. Picking books to read based on their first paragraph, book recommendations based on movies, and which literary character are you based on your zodiac sign. I thought those were all really fun, and I'm super excited to watch more videos that they come out with. Definitely recommend checking her out. I will put the link to her channel down below. And that's all the questions for the book tag. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Comment down below your favorite read so far of the year, and also any new booktubers that you found in 2023 that you recommend so that I can check them out. For today's frog fact, I've just got a general fact about frogs, and it's that you call a group of frogs an army. Thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.